Hi there guys, welcome to this video. Today I wanted to talk about, is there a natural limit or not? So this is something that we see often in the fitness industry or just in the gyms in general when you interact with other people who've been gymming for a while. And you will usually hear, well, I've hit my natural limit now. I can't really go further than this. And online as well, you will see that people sometimes say that they've reached their natural limit and therefore either they're not gonna progress anymore or they're gonna start, using steroids to keep improving. And so today I wanted to make a point about the natural limit, let you know if this exists or not. So I don't think there is a natural limit. Obviously, at some point things are going to get harder and harder, and if you want to keep improving, you have to be more intelligent with your program and you have to train harder. Some people always just rely on quality, and I think that you should rely on quality in a way that you should optimize your training the most intelligently possible, but at some point you can't neglect the quantity as well. You can't just keep training 5 times a week for an hour if you indeed want to go past that phase of slowing down in your transformation. Because usually what we see in the natural limits when people are suggesting that they've reached their natural limit in the gyms is that they've been training for 4 or 5 years and that they're spending around, 8 hours in the gym a week, maybe 5 times a week for an hour and a half or 2 hours, and this is quite a lot. The only thing with the natural limit, once you reach this level where it starts to slow down the progress, the real issue is that at some point, if you've gone through all the quality work that you could do and that you really decided, figured out how to train with real quality, and that you end up, reaching this point where you're stagnating, so like this natural limit that people talk about, the truth is that it's just that after you have to go into the quantity, you have to train more. To actually get to another level. I mean, the quality at some point, you can't keep being more smart in your training. There is a limit to how smart you can be. Of course, with experience, you'll always learn new things. So you will adjust your program and maybe learn a little bit more things, but at some point you can't just keep improving the quality and the smartness of your program. And the next thing that you have to do is actually to do more. And to do more, usually you need more time, and this is when people actually hit real stagnation. It's because if gymming is not a priority or a full-time job, then you won't be able to really keep improving, because the difference between, I guess, professionals, despite the fact they take steroids, and people who go to the gym just as a passion, is that, or like a hobby, is that they don't recover the same. Because people who live from fitness, who've got a business in fitness, or just live from being in the gym all the time, they do have more time to recover because this is literally their job, and so they can actually start training 2 hours and a half, 3 hours. This is what they're allowed to do. And unfortunately, if this is not a priority for you, you really love gymming, but it doesn't go before a job or anything like this, then you will at some point get to this stagnating phase, and then you will say that this is your natural limit. But the truth is that it's not your natural limit, it's your life limit, in a way that you're too busy, you can't prioritize anymore for the gym, you can't be smarter about your program, you just have to do more, but you maybe can't do more because of all the things that you have going on in your life. So the only way to keep actually improving would be to simply give more time to the gym and put a cross on other things, but sometimes you just won't be able to put that cross on your job, for example, if that's the case. But you can still try to work harder during the weekends. You can start working 2 hours and a half on the weekend, start to increase the volume of your sessions. You can try as well to stretch a bit more, to give more attention to your body, to be able to train more. But basically what I wanted to say is that at some point the quality is not enough, and where you get stuck is that you don't have enough quantity. You just don't have enough time to recover more, to be able to train more and actually improve and go past that natural limit. Truth is, if you really have time and that this is a full-time job, you can, as a natural bodybuilder, train 3 hours a day, 3 hours and a half. It's just a question of having enough time and recover enough, eating enough, or have it, being just a full-time job, becoming a professional. That is the only way, guys, of keeping improving. And if you go this way, there is actually no natural limit. Of course, it's gonna be much harder than someone taking steroids, because you're not natural anymore. And anyway, even at a natural level, and if you go train 4 hours a day, etc., you will reach a level where you actually look like you're on steroids, but you're not. But you won't look like Ronnie Coleman. You will never reach that level ever, even if you train 6 hours a day as a natural bodybuilder. You will never have a natural limit, but progress will get slower and slower, and the amount of work you will have to do to actually keep going will be more and more and more, to the point where you just gym and don't do anything else. And so at some point it will be too hard to do this because of other things that you have to do, probably. So that was it, guys. There is no natural limit, but more a lifestyle limit. And at some point, yes, you will stagnate as a natural. It will get slower and slower, but if you really want to, you will be able to still improve. After, it's just a question of your priorities, etc. But don't think that there is a natural limit, because there isn't. And after, I don't think that taking steroids will be a good idea, because this is temporarily. This is not permanent. At some point you will probably get kicked in the face from the products, the toxicity of the products, and so I wouldn't recommend going that way. Instead, I would recommend to work on the quality and how smart your program is, and then go with the quantity. Try to do a bit more the weekend. Really try to specialize, and you can already reach a level where you do look like you look like you're on steroids or whatever, but you're actually natural. So I think there is a lot of room to improve as a natural bodybuilder, and that's just what I wanted to say today, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video, that you understand a bit better where I come from with is there a natural limit or not. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments and I will answer them, and I will see you next time.